Welcome to week 2 of Midweek Momentum. I am Angie Callan, host of No More Mondays, here with your Wednesday drop that offers a very needed afternoon double shot to pick you up and help you push through your midweek slump. Every week, we're offering up these short, high impact moments from No More Mondays episodes to give you insights and motivation that you can use right now to stave off those Sunday scaries and see through the rest of the week. This week's double shot comes from my friend Mark Lebrun. He has gone from being afraid to press record to inspiring hundreds of thousands online. Here he shares how getting crystal clear on his why helped him push past fear, handle criticism, and show up authentically, and how you can do the same. Here's Mark. And they feel like they're going to sound dumb, or people are going to make fun of them, or all of these other very vulnerable things. So I'm curious, how did you find the courage to get out there? How, even more importantly, did you get over the vulnerability and find a way to do it in a very authentic way?
I'm gonna give you the short answer, and then I'm gonna explain my short answer. I just kept creating. I just kept putting myself out there. But I'll tell you this: I was very afraid when I first started. I'm look at me now. I'm a little comfortable talking in front of a camera, even though I know you're right here, Angie, and we're live. But there was a time where I was shaking up before I pressed record. And it was because I knew that I'm putting my voice out there, my personality, my thoughts. Everybody in the world could see how I think, how I talk. And it was very scary, very scary. And then it got more scarier when I posted my content or put myself out there, and I had critics and people who said things that were negative, and they called me names. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is even more scarier. But I kept posting and I kept creating content. What really helped me was the mission and my why. Like Simon Sinek, he always talks about starting with why, starting with your why. And he's a brilliant leader, by the way. But my why is what really drove me to keep going, despite of the challenges, despite the fear, despite all the things that I was going through, like my insecurities. You probably don't even know this. I don't know if I talked to you about it. And the thing, I don't know, a lot of things are going on in my mind right now, but I was very insecure with sharing my voice and very afraid of public speaking in general. Really? And I can't believe that.
Talk about that, and I'm surprised based on how poised you were when chatting on stage, but just even in how poised you are when communicating with like one-on-one or even here.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, God has took me a very long way. Like I was the person that I took a public speaking class in college, and I was the person that was shaking and sweating when I first did my first public speaking speech in college. And I think what really helped me was clarifying my why and focusing on my mission. And for any content creator that's out there, maybe you want to get started, I think you need to start with your why. Like your why should drive you in creating content. If your why is not strong enough, you're not gonna go beyond the fear to start creating and start putting yourself out there. So that's what really helped me. And what's interesting? Someone just reached out to me yesterday, a licensed doctor who works for a really major hospital. She's a nighttime doctor, and she wants to explore content creation. And I was just talking to her yesterday. I don't even know her, by the way. I just met her online, which is crazy. But I was just encouraging her, because she asked me, I don't know if people would want to hear what I have to share. And I said, what? You are a doctor. First of all, I would want to hear
what you have to say. You're a doctor.
You are a doctor. Like people come to you to find healing and medication and all that stuff. So that goes to show you, like, there's a lot of people that are thinking about being content creators. Some people are on the fence. Some people don't want to do it at all. I get it. For those of you who are interested, I would encourage you to do it, but make sure you have a strong why on why you're doing it.
Yeah, that conviction or the why or feeling that like purpose or almost like this compulsion, like I can't not do it, is very, very helpful in one, making you say, I know I need to put this out there, and who cares whatever anybody else has to say, and dealing with those words of critic, especially because, you know, in this particular instance, we're talking about a fear of being out there in a very, very polarizing area.
Oh my
that
goodness.
Of course, no matter how tactful or PC you are in your videos, somebody's coming after you, right?
Yes.
And without that conviction, it starts to feel very personal, when in actuality, it is not. It is about the other person. They're just projecting on you. And that could be very powerful to having that foundational why when you're starting out this kind of stuff.
Yes. I'm curious to know how do you respond when somebody comes with you with their negativity or those trolls?
You know, I have also been through a journey. He has a way of doing that. And what I have found is that when you've been in a place of rock bottom or something that feels like rock bottom, you start to learn what matters and what doesn't matter. And it really thickens the skin. And to the point that like things roll off your back, the threshold of what seems challenging or what seems critical just continually raises. And I think that that's the case, whether it's social media, whether you own a business and you're dealing with challenges in it. We become more and more conditioned through failures and through learning to be able to tackle things. And I think that also, to tie back to the why, makes us even more committed and rooted in it.
That's right. That's so good. That is so good, Angie. Thanks for sharing that. I know you got a platform like this podcast is taking off, and I know some people might like it, and some people might got something to say about it.
You got something to say about it? Chat's open, people. Bring it.
I love it.
And this is where I don't know how to be anything other than unapologetically Angie. I try to do that without being abrasive and to be lovingly, tactfully, kindly direct. But ultimately, we need to be discussing stuff more. And if you can create a platform for it without being polarizing, but having empathy, our whole world, especially our country, would get a whole lot better. And that's why I think it's important that if you feel like you have something to say, it is your job, it is your gift, it is your purpose. You are called to put it out there, because who are you to keep that from the person who needs to hear it?
Woo! That's a masterclass right there. Who are you to keep that from the person who needs to hear it? Oh my gosh.